Good evening. It is 1:36 in Austin, Texas. I am in Texas visiting my children. This is my last day here and I am up. It's the middle of the night and I am reading information about Prince William and Jason Knauf. And to be honest with you guys, I have kept away from all of this stuff because reading about Meghan and the royal family has caused anxiety because when I was making videos previously, I've stopped for a year and some change, but now I'm back because I'm on vacation. But anywho, I stopped doing it because just reading the articles and the lies and the gaslighting and the smearing, it was causing anxiety. And I was thinking, this is not for me. But now I'm back because I see they are Jason Knauf. We're going to see a lot of him. And I'm not sure if I'm saying his name correctly. I'm not sure if it's Jason Knauf or is it Knauf. But throughout this episode, I'm going to refer to him as Jason Knauf. I believe that Jason Knauf is Prince William's right-hand man. He has used Jason Knauf to get his hands dirty. And Prince William has been hiding behind Jason Knauf. Jason Knauf has been the person to claim that Meghan bullied employees when she was a working royal and when she was pregnant with Prince Archie. She was used, or he was used, to submit some claim or letter or text message or information about Meghan when Meghan was fighting Associated Newspaper about a letter that leaked that wasn't supposed to leak. It was Jason Knauf that Prince William sent to, for a lack of a better word, destroy Meghan. So they are two peas in a pod. And I want to focus on a couple of things that I feel that's really dirty. So whenever you see Jason Knauf and Prince William and they're smiling and they are at the Earthshot, whatever, dust bucket, and they're gaslighting people, I want you to know who Jason Knauf really is. So let's get started with that. Oops. So Jason Knauf. So remember back when 2018, People magazine had written an article, and it stated that Knauf previously worked as a communication secretary for Prince William and Kate Middleton, who are now the Prince and Princess of Wales. Actually, this is a recent letter, but there was another article that was written by People where they focused on uplifting Knauf. But if you read between the lines, you can see, even with this letter, Knauf was a hot mess. So, Knauf previously worked as a communications secretary for Prince William and Kate Middleton, like I said, the Prince and Princess of Wales, as well as Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, who are now the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, prior to the two couples splitting their offices shortly before the Duke and Duchess of Sussex stepped back from their royal roles. So let me tell you what this is about. They split their offices because there was a lot of catty fighting going on behind the scenes. They split their offices because, remember, there was articles that went out that said Kate or Meghan made Kate cry. And Jason Knauf was working very closely with Thomas Markle to prevent Meghan from marrying Harry. There was a lot of dirty work going on behind the scenes before the wedding, during the wedding. And unfortunately, while Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, was pregnant with Prince Archie. Okay? So Knopf started at Kensington Palace as a communication director before becoming the CEO of the Royal Foundation, which encompasses William and Kate's charitable work until the end of 2021. William and Kate's charitable work. Come on now. What work do they do? Like I said, People Magazine, that's why I don't really mess with them. But anywho, even after leaving his role in the royal household, Knopf continued to work on William's Earthshot Prize, serving on his board of trustees. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Jason Knauf never stepped away from supporting William. I believe he continued to work behind the scenes to get Thomas Markle and Samantha Markle to go out there and talk trash about Meghan. He was working behind the scenes. He was working closely with the royal rota, telling them what to do and what to say. Now, this is all alleged because I'm not sure, but Jason Knauf is a piece of you know what. Okay, so I'm going to get to this after. I'm going to get to what I really want to talk about, how Jason Knauf interjected in something that he should have stayed out of. And that was when Meghan was fighting the Associated newspaper about a letter that Jason Knauf had leaked, or allegedly Jason Knauf had given to Thomas Markle, and Thomas Markle had leaked it to the Associated newspapers or the Daily Mail. Okay. In October of 2018, Knauf filed a complaint that accused Meghan of bullying, claiming she drove two personal assistants out of the household and undermined the confidence of a third staff member. A spokesperson from the Duke and Duchess of Sussex said at that time that Meghan was saddened by the attack on her character. And to this day, till this day, we do not have any information on the alleged of bullying claims that staff had made against Meghan. I think the only thing they talked about Meghan was sending emails at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, or she thought that she was all that, or she was bossy, or she was trying to boss people around. She was doing her thing. She's a leader. She's a boss, and they're not used to working. So they took that as bullying, and they made it bigger than what it was. And they don't have anything to present to us because guess what? There's nothing to present. And if I'm not mistaken, they had the nerve to say the reason why that they can't give us that information because people have had signed NDAs. Now, come on now. They leak everything. They leak everything from Neruda to the goddamn Tutor. You know darn well if there was a legit bullying claim, we would know exactly what went down from the time she woke up until she fell asleep. Come on now. Stop playing with us. And then, good old Jason Knauf. Let me go back. I think I'm skipping around. I just made a mistake. Let me go back. So Jason Knauf was the one who filed the claim that Meghan was bullying the staff. And I'm thinking around the time where he was saying she was bullying, this is when Meghan trusted him to read a letter of hers and give it to her father. So I don't know why she would do that. Maybe at that time she didn't know that Jason Knauf was a snake. She still trusted him. But back to what I was saying. So Jason Knauf also, he did an interview for 60 Minutes. Jason Knauf did an interview for 60 Minutes. Now, why would he do that? Because he is the voice for Prince William. But then in the interview, they said Jason Knauf spoke for the first time about the distance between the brothers amid an ongoing rift. Jason Knauf said, "It's very difficult to have this stuff play out in the public's eye, but William chosen to keep his thoughts on it private, and I think all of us who know him really have to respect that we should do the same." Knauf said then, "But I will say, of course, it's been hard and sad, especially for all of us who know them both." All lies. All lies. Everything that comes out of this man's mouth is a lie. Okay? Because what the heck is he talking about? Jason Knauf, why is he going on to 60 Minutes and talking to the public about anything associated with Meghan and Harry? I mean, come on, think about it. Especially if they moved on and they're not really thinking about what's going on, why would they have Jason Knauf go on 60 Minutes out of all places, Australia? They're doing it because they're still watching Harry and Meghan's every move. But moving on. Now, this was written in 2022 by Kaiser, and she writes for Celibacy. The title of the article states, Jason Knauf gave a witness statement to help the Mail, Associated Newspaper, the Daily Mail, the Mail Online. Can you believe it? It said in 2021, the Mail appealed the judge summary judgment in case involving their publication of the Duchess of Sussex letter to her father. Just as the Mail only published selected edits from Meghan's letter. Now, this is the letter that Jason Knauf, that Meghan had Jason Knauf go over to look over before she presented it to her father. And Meghan knew that once she presented this letter to her father, she knew that her father was going to leak it. She knew it. Moving on. Just as the Mail only published selected edits from Meghan's letter, the appeal was based on selected edits from the communication between Meghan and Jason Knauf, who was then the top communications guy at Kensington Palace. In 2018, Meghan had sent a draft of her letter to Thomas Markle, who is her father, over to Jason Knauf to look over for any traps in the case. Thomas Markle leaked it. Then in 2021, Knauf cherry-picked those selected and edited communications and turned them over to the Mail's lawyer. At that time, Knauf was working solely for Prince William and Kate. There was absolutely no way that Knauf would have worked against Meghan's case and provided evidence to the Mail without William's approval. Get this again, or hear this again. There was absolutely no way that Knauf would have worked against Meghan's case and provided evidence to the Mail without William's approval. Isn't that crazy? It was all so unnecessary too, because the emails and the text ended up having absolutely zero to do with the case. It was just another attempt for Jason and William to screw over Meghan and Harry. Can you believe that? I'm going to repeat that. It was just another attempt for Jason and William to screw over Meghan and Harry. So I'm going to skip all of that because I think I went over that too many times. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but this is information you guys need to know when you see this man standing next to Prince William and smiling. And Prince William, I got my eyes on his bald headed ass anyway, because wasn't there some type of article that went out that stated that Prince William is also, or he wanted to be on Jeremy Clark's or Clarkson's, I don't know, um, 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 oh, I can't think right now. You know, that guy who had written an op-ed or something in the Sun saying that he wanted Meghan to walk the streets naked, and he wanted them to throw feces at her, and he was saying that he disliked her more than a murderer. It was horrible. It was horrendous. And for Prince William to associate himself with this man is diabolical. I mean, even in the article that I read, I believe he stated Prince William was saying that Prince George is a fan of Jeremy Clarkson. He's passing this ugliness down to his kids. It's crazy. But anywho, moving right along. Now, after all this stuff that Prince William and Jason Knauf have done to Meghan, they write an article, and not just Meghan, Harry also. Then they write an article. This was written on the 29th, yesterday. Royal family, Prince William no longer seething at Harry, but has moved on. That's gaslighting. That's gaslighting 101. They want you to believe that, well, actually, they're trying to save face. They don't want it to be that Harry has moved on and he's no longer dealing with his family. Because Harry, Mary must be talking about me. That's my coworker. Anyway, Harry already stated after he did not win his security that he was moving on. He doesn't want to have anything to do with his family. He doesn't feel protected. He doesn't trust his family. He didn't even mention William. So, they don't want William to look small. So they had to put it out there. They're gaslighting. They're saying, oh, now, no, William's moving on. Not Harry, it's William. Don't be fooled. And then right after that, I read this article. Just what is Meghan trying to hide? After months of fruitless investigation, Carolyn Graham discovers a shocking new theory on what's really behind the Duchess Jams brand. Girl, let me tell you what's behind that brand. Love, hard work, a boss lady, who is building her empire and is thriving. That's what's behind that jam. You don't need to know anything else, right? If you don't want to purchase the jam, why do you give a damn what's going on with the jam? If you don't want to purchase the jam, why do you give a damn about what's going on with the jam? There are a lot of happy customers when it came to that raspberry jam, and there are still a lot of happy customers who are talking about the apricot jam. And I'm going to leave a couple of videos at the end so you can see these happy customers. So there is no reason why they're writing articles like this. They're trying to stay on Meghan's neck, but Meghan is she's ditching and dodging, and she's just showing them, you cannot keep me down. What did she say? When they tried to bury her, she is still a seed. She's going to grow. I know I messed it up, but y'all get the point. Anywho, so after I read all that, I had to go on X to see what the Sussex supporters was saying. So this first person said, the Rangers already cracked the case of Meghan's wine supplier. Meanwhile, I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to pair the wine with. Their stand behavior never fails to amaze. Thanks for the marketing, babes. And that's exactly what they're doing. Although they do not like Meghan and they are trying to destroy her, they are giving her A free promotion, whether it's good or bad, people are looking at it, people are paying attention, and people are buying her products. The next one said, they want you to believe that Megan should have grown the tea leaves in her garden. The big companies that you see get their tea from India, China, Vietnam, and other places. Why did they want Megan to make them at her home? They are effing dumb. They just come up with anything. So all these people are doing these tests, these taste tests, and it's coming out that the products, they're actually good. So they need to come up with something new. Well, yeah, the products are good, but someone else is making, or she's getting it from somebody else. It's not something that's grown in her garden, so she's lying. So they're, a hater is gonna be a hater, but you gotta let them do their job, and they're doing their job well. They are doing their hating job well. The next one. I love that Megan is launching her rosé in time for the 4th of July weekend. While idiots are screaming about Diana's birthday, she's counting July 4th SKUs. Given how quickly they deliver, her wine will be on tables across the US for arguably their biggest holiday. Where is the lie? People are going to be buying her ass ever wine. I don't give a damn how much it cost. We are buying. We're buying the wine. Everything about Megan is flying off the shelves. Now, think about it. Or look at this. Megan posted this picture on her Ask Ever account 2 days ago. She was picking fruit from her tree. Living her life, doing her thing. And maybe, she didn't need her hat that she was wearing. So she took the hat off. So the hat was just, touching her back, doing what it's supposed to do. And on the hat, it had Megan's first initial. It had M. And what did they do? They zoomed in, looked at the hat, and what did they do? They searched online, and all of these fans and haters are purchasing the hat. They said, the Megan effect strikes again. Another female-owned small business, I hope I'm saying this correctly, Mariella Villar, has been featured in As Ever marketing, and they are already seeing their waitlist grow. Our influential princess. That's exactly who she is. Now, I'm done talking about these foods. Now I'm going to move on to something happy, and I'm going to go to the reviews. So if you want to look at the reviews, that's great. Stay, and I'll post them shortly. If not, if you enjoyed the video, if you can like the video or share it or subscribe, I would really appreciate it. Let's see, which video am I going to go with first? They were all so good. Let's start with this one.
Let's do our As Ever opening. I got my package, so let's see what we have. So here's the inside, the card, enjoy, and then it has the As Ever logo on the back. I love the gold. That's my favorite color. So let's get this open. All of the peanuts, get them all out. Ooh. So you all know that I got the shortbread cookies with the sprinkles, and then I also got a container of the flour sprinkles. So let me get all of this off. I want to open up all of this stuff. So I love shortbread cookies, so I was super excited to get these. And then it looks like there is a little note on the side. So let's read this. It says, let's call this a hug in a box. I fell in love with the ritual of tea and biscuits during my time in the UK. Rolled into edible flour sprinkles and dipped in tea, these shortbread cookies make for a cozy afternoon or an unexpected treat any time of the day. As ever, love, Megan. Yes, I love it. Love, love, love. So it looks like the serving size, this box has a lot of weight to it as well. And it's 16 ounces. No wonder. It's a whole pound. So it has 19 servings in this box, and it says a serving size is 2 tablespoons. So I assume 1 tablespoon is 1 cookie. Okay, and then they have 90 calories in them. All right, perfect. The ingredients that you need, it says to make 26 cookies, you'll need 1 cup of unsalted softened butter, which is basically 2 sticks. And then that's it. So it gives you the cooking instructions, and then it tells you what you need to bake them. So if you want to bake these, you need the whole freaking box. But I'm assuming you could do half. So you could do 13 cookies and 1 stick of butter, which is a half a cup. And then if you wanted to break it down even more, I guess you could break it down even more. Maybe you could do a 1/3 bag. Maybe you could even do a 1/4 of a bag. Hey, why not? We could figure out all of those measurements, and then I will do a live and bake the cookies, and then we can do it together. It ain't gonna be this summer because we are hot as heck where I am, but we definitely will bake up some of these cookies for sure. So let's open up the cookies because I want to see what they look like on the inside. So let's open it up. Oh, okay. So, ooh, there they are. And there's the sprinkles. So I don't know why I thought that these were together, but she packaged the sprinkles separately. And then this is a whole pound of cookie dough to make. And it's going to make 26 cookies, which is amazing. Okay, we love that. And now we have our edible sprinkles. She says that they're edible flowers on the back. Love the seal that she has on it that says as ever as well. And then those are the sprinkles on the inside. And it just says dried rose, canalula, blue cornflower petals, and hibiscus flowers. So let's open this up. That's how they look. Ooh, so pretty. And they smell just like dried flowers, but they actually have like a little bit of a, it reminds me of loose leaf tea. But loose leaf tea at the end of the day is kind of like dried flowers too, so I get it. Smells really good. I love this tin. Love that their whole brand color is gold. Super pretty. That's the smell that I'm getting. Hibiscus. By the way, that's my favorite flower, so I drink hibiscus tea too, and I was like, it's giving me something that I'm familiar with. That's what it is. So super cute. I'm so excited with my purchases and so glad that I was able to get something in the second drop. I want to bake these cookies, y'all. I would love to do a live and do that. Let me know if you guys are interested. Drop me a comment.
Meghan Markle, Meghan Markle Sussex, Meghan Sussex, Meghan Duchess of Sussex, Meg. Hi, I'm Simone, and I have a request. Can we get your calligraphy turned into a font? Because it is so lovely to the point where I'm obsessed with trying to figure out how you would write my name. I'm going to different people's posts that have the cards that came with their as ever boxes and piecing together letter by letter my own name. And so I just think that, I don't even know how this would happen. I don't know who creates fonts, but I think it would just be lovely and delightful and just divine to have a Sussex font. Thank you.
My Meghan Markle as ever products have arrived. I was so excited when I got that delivery notification today. Let me show you what I got. So first off, we have the shortbread cookies. This is a mix. Love the packaging, and I love shortbread cookies. They're my favorite. The other item that I got was the crepes mix which I can't wait to try for breakfast or brunch with some eggs and some sausages. Super cute. Love the box. Love the packaging so much. The little royal gold. I'm all about gold. And then I got the flower sprinkles. I've been wanting these so bad so I can do something with them. So I'm definitely going to be using the flower sprinkles on these shortbread cookies. So stay tuned, super excited. Let me know if you guys got anything. I will be showing you when I make these products. So stay tuned and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
Oh. Okay, here we go. It looks like baby food. So this is very smooth. Okay. Did you want to try some, sweetie?
Please.
Okay, stay right there for me, okay?
Okay, I'll sit right here.
Okay. That's good. Here you go, gorgeous.
Thank you, Mommy.
You're welcome, sweetie. Okay, let me see. Hold on 1 second for me, gorgeous. Let me see. Oh, that's good. You know what this would taste good in? My hibiscus tea. The orange isn't overpowering. You know what I really wanted? I really wanted the one with the honeycomb in there. So I wasn't sure if this was coming with the honeycomb, but it doesn't come with the honeycomb, which is fine. This is gonna be so good on a croissant. Croissant. It's gonna be good on croissant, and this is gonna be amazing in some tea. Ooh, or drizzle it on top of the crepes. Oh, Best Buy, December 16th, 2026. I like that. So good. Oh, best enjoyed by May 1st, 2029. Says it on the back there. Oh, it says this limited edition honey is an exceptional delight, crafted with love and for the ones you love. The nutritional information that doesn't exist, some people say. Refrigerate this after opening, but it doesn't say to refrigerate this. It just says the ingredients, by the way, are honey. For the apricot jam or the spread, the ingredients are apricots, organic pure cane sugar, dried organic apricots. Oh, so fresh apricots, and then you have dried organic apricots as well. Organic lemon juice concentrate, filtered water, and fruit pectin. Okay. Same non-existent nutritional information on the back. Ah, yes. This is good. Sweet, a hint of orange, but this is definitely to put in your teas. Definitely. Yeah. And this on a croissant.